Monday at 6 p.m., catch another edition of The Breakdown. Phil Perry and Ted Johnson will be talking about the key plays from the Patriots-Jets game. The Breakdown is presented by John Sewer and Drain Cleaning, the name to know when the drains don't flow. Celtics get the win here, 140-122. Again, 19-11 on the season, Chris, which means that they are 19-8 since starting the year. 0-3, we were just talking about that. What a run they've been on here. Meanwhile, speaking of going on runs, Sam Hauser tonight, going 7 of 8 from behind the arc. Felt like, and I thought Joe Mazzulla had something interesting when he said that they were finding Sam Hauser.
Yeah. So
it wasn't so much that he was finding his shot, but they were finding him, Eddie. What does that say to you when you hear Joe Mazzulla say that?
That says to me that he's seen that he was on fire. You know, you ain't trying to find nobody that can't hit a shot. You know what I mean? Think about it. This is the thing. Sam has been, you know, it's funny because he's starting lineup, out of the starting lineup, playing a little bit here. I mean, he's always been in the rotation, but not shooting the ball particularly well. But I have to give him all the credit because you have to stay focused. You got to stay ready. Your mind, you got to staying on your work, stay hitting your shots. And when they say they're finding him, yeah, when you start knocking down shots, it seems like the ball finds you without you having to ask for the ball. Clap. A lot of people be clapping for the ball, hands be out. He just running to the right spot. He understands where he's going to get his shots and things like that. I'm so happy for Sam right now to be able to get these, to get off all of the shots he was able to get off tonight and see it go in like how it went in. It wasn't touching nothing but the bottom of the net.
I was going to say, like maybe lightly grazed the back rim at one point.
One of those, yeah. It was almost jarring. I was like, that one hit the rim?
He didn't splash it? Huh. He had one the other night that was like an absolute moonshot that just dropped through. I don't even think it touched the twine. It was just so perfect. Look, you know, this is the way it's been for Sam. Going through it at the start of the year, you know he's got to be frustrated. He goes from a starter to playing less minutes than he did on a loaded team last year, but he's kind of hung in there. What I like tonight is, so they were down 15 when he hit the first of his 2 threes, and that really kind of stabilized you. Then you go to the second quarter, you're still down 11. He makes the 2 threes right out of the gate and kind of ignited that whole second quarter run. So I just feel like he was as locked in as anyone tonight and gave you just such timely 3-pointers in key spots when the game really kind of like felt like you needed a little punch to get you going. A little jolt. So I like the way that Sam operated tonight. Got robbed of the Tommy Ward, but otherwise, I think the lightly grazing the rim probably was detrimental. Scal had to go with Peyton Pritchard at that point.
I mean, beginning of the third quarter, when it did get down to single digits, it was, you know, it didn't feel like the Pacers were making a comeback, but it was nice to have a guy knocking down threes to make sure the Celtics stayed in front. Sam Hauser doing just that. Meanwhile, Peyton Pritchard again put up 29 points. Let's hear from him now. The experience from the locker room is presented by Experience Abu Dhabi. Discover more about the incredible city at visitabudabi.ae. Here is Peyton Pritchard.
Had it going the last 6 minutes, like in the second quarter. What was going well for you, able to score the ball?
I just get into my spots and, you know, I feel like those areas on the court I'm very efficient at. So just get into those spots, give them what they take and what they give me. You know, sometimes I look back and like I force the 3-ball at times when I can just get to easier spots and, you know, there I didn't settle.
You guys were down 15 at one point, back at a 45-point quarter in the second. What turned things around?
I mean, it's just a game of runs and they're good offensively. I think they started off 5 for 5 from 3. So they did the same thing last game, but it's just like, how can we just stay with it? You stay, you know, we'll make our run and then obviously we did, so.
What is it like facing off against a guy like TJ McConnell?
Oh, he's tough. The game is like kind of like it's just different. It's unorthodox, but very tough. Like, you know, he has quick like hops to his jump shot. So it's like, you know, you never know when to time his pull up, and then he's also very crafty. Just a heck of a player and a competitor.
How do you kind of maintain your point? They scored 39 in the first. They hit the first 6 threes. How do you maintain your poise and just know that you're going to make a run? It was very similar to last game, but just how do you not kind of panic?
I mean, it's just the modern day NBA now. Yeah. It's what it is. It's like they go on a run, then we're going to go on a run. It's just like who can make more runs at the end of the day, who can, you know, stop them from the momentum swings. And I thought we did a great job. Like they had the lead to what you said, 15? Mm-hmm. So that was the most. So as long as it stays right there, we're always in striking distance. And yeah.
Jaylen has scored 38 straight times. Like, knowing how difficult it is to score 30.
8 straight games now?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
How difficult is that to do on a night-to-night basis, and what's going into the consistency he's having?
I mean, just a top player in this NBA. Should be in the MVP conversation for sure. And he shows it every night. So JB he's a tough cover. He can shoot it from all 3 levels, athletic, strong, and got a good handle and pull-up game. So it's just a tough cover, and yeah, he's showing it.
How much do you look forward to the one from Portland every year?
I love going home. It's always fun to go home and see family and then play in front of family.
How comfortable are you in that building?
I played a lot of state championship games in it and some college games in it, and now a couple NBA games. So it's always fun.
Not many people can say they played a lot of state championship games in a building. But Payton Pritchard, you better believe it. All right.
Welcome into Celtics postgame. Let's take a look, everyone, at the Eastern Conference standings, because you see there, it's highlighted to the left, top 6. You see number 3? That's the Celtics. They're 3rd in the Eastern Conference standings. If you went into this season thinking that they would be number 3 without Jayson Tatum, you are wrong, right? I don't even know where you're at. They're 19-11, and they show it day in and day out, and they did it here tonight. 140-122, the final. Welcome, everybody. This is what's mind-boggling. And you know what, Chris? I'm just going to...
Go for it. Your floor.
Do I? Okay. I have an apology to make.
Oh, it's an apology night.
It's an apology night because look, we're stepping into the new year, right? And it's important.
New year, new you?
Well, I feel like every year there's new year, new me, and I'm 30, so at this point, yikes. Going into the new year, you like to have new goals, right? You like to reset, come up with a different word. For me, going into this season, I had thought, we're going to do Celtics postgame, the pregame, the halftime, the plus. And I thought, they'll hang in the middle of the pack. They'll be okay. I don't know.
Shame on
But I wasn't that optimistic because Jayson Tatum is just Jayson Tatum. But look at what these guys are doing. And so I apologize, the Celtics, for underestimating Joe Mazzulla, the push, how he's been able to plug and play, the different personnel that's on this team, Jaylen Brown being consistent, having 30-plus games, including tonight, day in and day out. And so, Chris, I mean, my takeaway is a different guy tonight. It's Sam Hauser coming off the bench, doing what he did here tonight, 23 points, having multiple threes, 7 threes. It's incredible to see the different guys step up. And so was that a rightful apology?
I appreciate the way you're in here. You're able to come in here and
I'm out of breath. That was like a full take.
I made a mistake, and I appreciate that you're willing to own up to that.
Well, hold on. Did you wait? I mean, did you think that? How high were you on the Celtics going into the season?
I think if you go rewind the tape, I was pretty much always saying,
Was he, Jim?
Top 5. There's no chance. Like everyone was saying, playing, and I was like, no, you guys are sleeping on this. Jaylen Brown, Derrick White, Payton Pritchard, way too good.
He was high.
And now
Jim just confirmed that you.
So if everyone, like I keep telling people, if you just listen to me, we'll be fine around here. All right, I didn't know if they'd be third. No. They'd be this good. I didn't think they'd be on like an expected pace of like 50-plus wins. I wasn't there, but I do think we're starting to see like why I was a little bit more optimistic than most because there's just so much talent still here. I could not have envisioned the young player development, the guys like you talked about. Even Sam, like with the roller coaster ride this year, guys have been really kind of like locked into their roles lately. You got to bottle it up. You got to keep doing it, especially in this stretch against weaker teams. But it's really, I keep stepping back in this little holiday season, kind of like you in the new year. And I'm just, wow, like 30 games in, they're in a really good spot. Yeah. Let's just vibe.
It's fun. Let's just vibe. That should be a new slogan. It is fun to watch. And Jaylen Brown, once again, a 30-point night, plus 19. How many consecutive games at this point?
8 straight games.
8 straight games. Jaylen Brown has shown up with 30-plus points. What are you making of JB right now?
So, I mean, I feel bad. We come in this program every night, and like, every night he's so consistent and so good. How do we continue to put it into new words, into new context? I think tonight was fun because he kind of had it in his head. He was right on the cusp of that 30 points, wanted to get there. I don't think he's going through thinking this is the end-all, be-all. I think we know what motivates Jaylen after winning a title is getting back to that sort of stage. Mm-hmm. But he's thriving in this 1A role and anytime you can put your name anywhere near Paul Pierce and Larry Bird and all that, it's encouraging to see that he's willing to go out there and take that challenge.
Yeah, and JB has been needing some help, which, by the way, we've talked about it in the pregame. We had the fire set, and we were like, okay, what was our Christmas gift that we've been loving? For me, it's been Jordan Walsh. And not only is he piling up the stat line, at least like throughout early on, and even tonight being back in the starting lineup, it wasn't a huge night for Jordan Walsh in terms of numbers.
And he got into it a little bit.
But how about this? Only 3 points, but this may be one of my favorite parts. Okay? He gets the mid. Watch, keep an eye on Jordan. Yeah, you see the hands flare. McConnell going after him. Jordan Walsh loving it.
Previous play is being reviewed.
Loving it. And by the way, this stem, let me preface this. Look at him. Look at Walsh fired up. Look at Sam Cassell smiling in the background. Garza's dying. The security's coming out.
Joe loved this, right?
Oh,
like Joe even said it after the game.
Loved.
When there's a physical game, it's okay if there's a little bit of altercation out there. Guys are competitive. McConnell, Pritchard, Walsh, like these guys all want every loose ball. They want to defend. They want to push. They want to shove. They want to do their thing. And when they get resistance, it's fun to see tempers flare a little bit. I like that. Jordan could have just been like, hey, I'm out of here. But no, He stood in there, wanted to jaw a little bit. Bill Kennedy comes over, does the whole double technical. Let's get on with the basketball
That
game.
was a difference.
I liked it.
Too. By the way, legendary official. That was the difference, too, as Drew and Scal attested to. The difference between Jordan Walsh, I feel like a year ago and even 2 years ago versus now. You saw him in Summer League. How many foul calls did he get?
None. Oh, well, he got
Summer League.
He got no calls for him, but he got tons of calls against him, including getting thrown out against Miami.
Right, and Joe Mazzulla loved it. He knew what he was doing, being like, okay, I like the raw on this. So Jordan Walsh, even though you only had 3 points on the night, it's still important for him to be like, all right, I'm going to state my case here. Another guy who stated his case, as I mentioned, is Sam Hauser. Let's get back to the locker room to hear from Hauser.
Can you tell before a game when your shot feels good or not? Is there a difference ever?
Honestly, not really. Sometimes I don't miss in warm-ups and I can't make a shot in the game, and sometimes it's the opposite. And but just I don't know. No, I can't really tell, to be honest with you.
Joe said tonight he feels like when they're hunting you, when your teammates are finding you, it makes the offense better. Do you feel that, and how do you?
I just think it's just like, you make your first couple and then it's just kind of human nature. Like they're going to try to find me a little bit more. But credit to them. Like I wouldn't be able to get all these open shots if it wasn't for, JB drawing all this attention, getting to the lane, making the right read, and Peyton, kind of the same thing, D White too. So, it's really more credit to them finding me and getting me the ball when I am open.
What's it like when you're knocking down the first few? Do you want to get the ball more, or do you just want to kind of stay in the flow of it? How do you kind of, do you love heat checks, or are you like, what's that like?
I think it's a balance of both. Like, of course you want to put the ball, but you don't want it to be like something that's kind of ruining a possession type of thing. So I think heat checks are fine as long as it's, still a good shot in the flow of the offense. But, you hit 5 or 6 in a row. I feel like, maybe you can let one fly from anywhere, but that's never really been my MO. So I love getting the ball when I'm feeling it. And, if I'm not getting it and I've made a few, it doesn't bother me.
Now, you attempted free throws 5 and 6 this year tonight. When you just have a stand-up 15-footer and you're used to taking 30-footers, is that strange? Like, are you just like, man, this is a little close for me?
Well, believe it or not, I do work on free throws every day. So, in the game, not really. You don't really think about it. It's just kind of muscle memory at that point. So, but it's nice to get to the line and get a couple freebies for sure. Yeah.
Joe credits your.
That's a great question, Walker.
Time now for the Ford Tough Play of the Game, presented by Ford Trucks, the best-selling trucks for 48 years, built Ford Tough. How about this? D. White drawing the charge in the second quarter. This was the one where Chris got a little blood on the lip.
I mean, that poor man's mouth.
The orthodontist, the dentist. I mean, I can't even imagine the pay rate.
Perpetually bruised.
Yeah. I feel like it's a thing, though. It's just a thing. If you're treating D. White, we applaud you. We appreciate you because you are awesome. Okay. The turning point. This is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Turn it around, take control. It's possible with the solution for weight loss. Reserve your consult at awaken180weightloss.com. Second quarter, I mean, the Celtics completely took over. 47 points alone to the Pacers 22. Look at the turnovers. 0 points off the turnovers. Not. And this made sense. And now the Celtics, again, number 3 in the East. We're going to preview what's coming up next. The Celtics are rolling. Stay with us.